What would have happened if Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo had played together? Based on the famous phrase of Michael Jordan, we ask ourselves, is an individual talent able to win games, or do we need teamwork to win championships? Most would agree that the team is always above the player, but that's not always the case. To make a football team work, bringing together players from different backgrounds, formations, ways of thinking, and ambitions is very complicated. Like everything in life, we always want the best on our side. The fans will want their team to be full of figures, the managers to be awarded of the best contracts, and the coaches to be able to direct the most talented players. Soccer is a team sport. Each of the players plays a role within the order on the field, has very clear functions, and works in association. Hence the full name of the discipline is associated football. However, to get a football team going, you need good players. Footballers willing to compete, attend training and improve themselves. And it is then where the great stars stand out above the rest of the rivals. The well-known phrase indicates that a player may be able to win a game, but a good team will be essential to win the championship. However, it is not always so. They are numbered with the fingers of a hand, it is true. But there are players capable of winning a championship, becoming emblems of the clubs that they represent. And it is then when an unbreakable bond between players and fans is forged. Their name begins to be chanted in the stands. Their shirts start to fill stadiums. And little by little, they begin to leave a legacy that will be eternal in the history books about football. Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo are without doubt the best footballers of the last 2 decades. It is enough just to analyse who were the winners of the last 13 years of the Ballon d'Or award, in which we will only notice that one name appears among them: Luka Modric. In 2018, Modric marked a milestone that no one could achieve for more than a decade and that no one can erase. He got in and broke the hegemony of those two, perhaps, who are the 2 most important footballers in history. But, going back to Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi himself, we could analyse a historical rivalry, which, although it has been evidenced more than once on the field of play, takes much greater strength off it. And that is where the eternal discussion begins. Is the Portuguese or the Argentine a better player? Who has been more gravitating in their clubs? Would it have been the same, Real Madrid, if that young Cristiano, who came to devour everything, hadn't arrived? And what would have happened if Barcelona decided not to invest in the medical treatment that Lionel Messi needed? Clearly, they are all rhetorical questions which have no answer. But they trigger the million-dollar question: what would have happened if Messi and Cristiano had played together? Although it is true, the rumours indicate that they were not so far from making it happen. They have faced each other 36 times on a football field for Champions League, Spanish League, Copa del Rey, Spanish Super Cup, and even in a friendly between national teams. One wearing 3 different shirts, Manchester United, Real Madrid and Juventus, and the other always with the Barcelona Barça shirt. They have competed for who wins the most Ballon d'Ors, Golden Boots, or whatever individual award is in the air. Every weekend for the last 15 years, they have challenged each other over who can score the most goals, doubles or triplets. In other words, they fight to be the best. They have divided the world in 2. But let's be honest, who didn't dream of having Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi on the same team? On their team. That fantasy could come true thanks to Paris Saint-Germain and the interest they showed in breaking football history forever and uniting the 2 best players in the world with the same shirt. Founded on August 12, 1970 and renewed since 2011 thanks to petrodollars, PSG is on everyone's lips. The club that at the time spent €402 million on Kylian Mbappe, €180 million, and Neymar, €222 million, this year put together a dream team without having to open the wallet. Lionel Messi, recent champion of America with Argentina. Sergio Ramos, captain of 3-time European champions Real Madrid, Gianluigi Donnarumma, goalkeeper champion of the European Championship with Italy, and Wijnaldum, captain of the Netherlands team, met in Paris thanks to the efforts of the French team. And to them, Cristiano could be added. Different media indicate that PSG do everything possible to bring the Portuguese together with Lionel Messi and Neymar. In fact, Juventus, in order to be able to accommodate their budget and capture the incorporations that their coach Massimiliano Allegri aspired to, negotiated the departure of Cristiano Ronaldo. However, we already know the end of the story. He finally signed with Manchester United. But beyond the rumours that will continue to emerge as long as both remain in force, can you imagine for a moment that some team manages to seat Messi and Cristiano, the protagonists of the most epic rivalry in football history, in the same locker room? Probably yes. They themselves thought about it. In fact, the Portuguese himself has been responsible for explaining his good relationship with Lionel Messi beyond the eternal rivalry they drag. I have always had a very cordial relationship with him. We shared 12 or 13 years of award ceremonies, and I never saw him as a rival, assured the Portuguese striker once. He always tries to do what is the best for his team, like me. I've always gotten on well with him, and if you ask him, he'll tell you the same thing of me. In football, rivalry is sought to generate more enthusiasm. After Cristiano's compliments, Lionel responded in the same way. Of course, I would like to play with him. I like to play with the best, he freely confessed. We don't meet Cristiano, we only run into each other at award ceremonies or matches. But there's a good vibe. We don't have a relationship because we don't know each other. But always, when we meet, 10 points. We had a good rivalry. It did us both good. We continually wanted to improve ourselves. It made the competition stronger, also being in Spain. It made it a very important league, he added. Now, going back to the question that prompted us to present this video, we can assure you that neither we nor anyone else knows what football would have been like if Cristiano and Messi had played together. At the team level, each one, on his own, has been able to conquer each trophy to which they were exposed. On a personal level, the same, but with a peculiarity. Every time they won, the prize was double. On the one hand, his personal milestone, and on the other, that the other doesn't win it. It is true, if fate wanted it that way, it is because that is how it should have been. And while it's nice to play with what would have happened, we assure you that it's much nicer to sit down and enjoy them. Their egos possibly would have brought consequences, and who knows, they would not have been the same. Who would kick the free kicks? Who would take the penalties? Who would be the captain? And who would become the emblem of the team? We only have one mystery solved. They wouldn't argue about which number to use, since there is no other number to which we can associate them. Lionel Messi will be the eternal 10, and Cristiano Ronaldo will never wear a number other than 7.